Guess guys, we're out here on a new project today with a pretty big checklist. The homeowner is getting a heavy-duty shed delivered, so he brought us in to build a 26 by 20 foot slab. We're going 4 inches thick across the board to handle that weight. But we're doing more than just the concrete today. We're also tearing out this old, overgrown garden. We're going to clean it all up, lay down a solid weed barrier, and finish it off with fresh mulch. Let's get to work. All right, first up, the demolition. We're taking out this old concrete slab, and we're doing it the old school way. Now, some guys like to bring in a fancy $60,000 bobcat with a hydraulic breaker. Not me. I've got my own version of a bobcat. It's called a wheelbarrow, these 2 hands, and these 2 feet. I'm the engine. The sledgehammer is the attachment, and my lower back is the warranty that's definitely about to expire. We're swinging the hammer, prying with the crowbar, and loading it all up by hand. If you see me making a face like I'm trying to lift a house, that's just the Zing magic happening. Who needs a gym membership when you can just smash rocks and move them back and forth until you can't feel your fingers? Let's get to smashing. Alright, the old concrete is officially in the trailer and out of my life. Now it's time for the next phase of the easy money tour, the excavation. Some contractors bring in a mini excavator for a 20 by 26 area. Must be nice. Around here, we're the excavator. Our arms are the hydraulics, this shovel is the bucket, and our fuel is whatever gas station burrito I had for breakfast. We're digging this down to the firm ground, because if you pour on soft dirt, your shed is going to sink faster than my bank account after a trip to the tool aisle. We're loading it all up into the Wheelbarrow Express, 1 trip at a time. My Apple Watch just asked me if I'm running a marathon, and I had to tell it, no, I'm just a concrete guy with a very heavy hobby. If you're enjoying watching my spine slowly turn into a question mark, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It helps me pay for the massive amount of ibuprofen I'm going to need tonight. Let's get this trailer filled.
Few moments later.
All right, the dirt is in the trailer and my spine is officially a question mark. Now it's time to bring in the big guns. Since this slab is sitting right over a basement, we have to make sure the water knows exactly where its home is, and its home is not inside the homeowner's furnace room. We're using the laser level. In this business, if you eyeball a slope this close to a foundation, you're basically asking for a lawsuit and a very soggy carpet. We're dialing in that perfect pitch away from the house. The laser doesn't lie, even if my eye is telling me it looks flat enough. Trust the tech, save the basement. But before we lock these forms in, we've got some sprinkler surgery to do. We've got 2 sprinkler lines currently living right where the concrete wants to be. We're rerouting them to the outside of the slab so they can live a long, happy life watering the grass instead of trying to hydrate my concrete. We're burying the evidence and packing this dirt down so tight, even the worms are gonna need a permit to get through here. Let's get these forms set. All right, the forms are locked, the sprinklers have been relocated to their new homes, and the dirt is flatter than my jokes. Now it's time for the gray gold, the gravel. We're bringing in enough rock to build a small pyramid, and the goal is a perfect 4-inch base across the whole slab. Now, because I've got that Zing vision, I'm going to eyeball it first. My eyes are calibrated to within a hair, or at least that's what I tell myself, so I feel better about my life choices. But don't worry, we aren't leaving it to chance. After I play Guess the Depth, we're pulling our string lines to make sure it's exactly 4 inches everywhere. If it's too low, the concrete gets too thick and my easy money starts disappearing into the ground. If it's too high, the slab gets thin and cracks like my willpower at a taco stand. We're spreading, we're leveling, and we're making sure this foundation is Zing certified before the mud hits the ground. Let's get raking. Alright, the gravel is level, and now it's time for my favorite part of the job, the earth shaker. We're breaking out the plate compactor to turn this loose rock into a surface so hard you could land a jumbo jet on it. This machine doesn't just pack gravel, it gives you a full body vibration therapy session that you didn't ask for. After 5 minutes of steering this thing, my teeth are rattling, my hair is restyling itself, and I'm pretty sure I can hear colors. We're making sure the slab base is rock solid. If the ground is soft, the concrete cracks, and we don't do cracks. Let's zing it. Alright, we're pulling the lines across the slab to double-check our 4-inch gap. If I find a spot that's too low, we aren't just filling it with extra concrete. That's how you lose your easy money to the cement plant. We're tossing in more gravel and giving it one more round with the earth shaker. I'm checking every square inch because a Zing slab doesn't have thin spots. We want this base so perfect that the concrete truck won't even know what hit it. It's a game of inches, and I'm winning. Let's get this rock solid one last time. Alright, the gravel is solid. But before we can call it a day, we've got to finish the sprinkler surgery. I'm digging these lines down a full foot deep. Why? Because I don't want these pipes turning into popsicles the first time a Utah winter hits. Some guys just scratch the surface and call it good enough. Not us. We're going 12 inches down so these pipes stay nice and cozy under the frost line. I've been digging so much today, I'm starting to feel like a human gopher. My shovel and I have become one, which is bad news because my shovel doesn't have a retirement plan. Every scoop of this dirt is a reminder that easy money involves a lot of hard digging. I'm pretty sure if I go 6 inches deeper, I'm gonna strike oil or find a shortcut to China. Let's get these pipes buried before my arms decide to go on strike. Alright, the trenching is finished and I've officially moved enough dirt to build a small mountain. Now it's time to actually connect these new sprinkler lines, and we are doing it the high-speed Zing way. We're using these PVC lock fittings. Forget the messy purple primer and the glue that smells like it's melting your brain cells. With these bad boys, you just push it and it's locked. It's like Legos for grown-ups who don't want their basements to flood. You just slide it on, hear that satisfying click, and boom, you're leak-proof. It's so easy, even my shovel could probably do it, if it had hands. We're clicking these pipes into place and getting this area ready for its new life. Let's get these lines locked down. The surgery is over, and now it's time for the best part of the job, burying the evidence. I'm backfilling this trench and packing the dirt down so tight that even a heavy-duty lawnmower won't know there's a pipe living under it. If I don't compact this, the first rainstorm is going to turn this line into a 20-foot-long sinkhole, and I don't think the homeowner wants a backyard trench run. I'm putting the grass back on top like a professional hair transplant. By the time I'm done, you won't even be able to tell I was ever here. It's the Zing disappearing act. 1 minute, it's a construction zone. The next, it's a pristine lawn again. If the neighbors ask, just tell them the grass grew back overnight because of my winning personality. Let's get this yard looking like a golf course again. Alright, the concrete is finally here. He's 30 minutes late, so you already know what happened. He definitely stopped for a gas station hot dog. I can smell the mustard from here. But hey, as long as the mud is wet, the Easy Money project is officially in full swing. Neo is on the boogie, delivering the goods like he's in a high-stakes drag race. Me and Jose are in the trenches, and we ain't playing around. We're breaking out the old-school 2x4 to screed this Easy Money slab level. It's a rhythmic dance of pull, shake, and pray your back doesn't snap. Once we've got it flat, I'm hitting it with the bull float. This is where the magic happens. We're pushing those gravel down into the abyss and soaking that beautiful creamy mortar up to the surface. It's like frosting a cake, if the cake weighed 10 tons and could ruin your life if it dries too fast. We're working fast, we're keeping it smooth, and we're making sure this Easy Money looks like $1,000,000. Let's get it finished. Alright, the Easy Money is starting to tighten up, which means it's time for precision work. We're snapping our lines for the control joints. In this business, if your lines aren't straight, your reputation isn't either. We're using these string lines as a guide to make sure every joint is laser straight. I'm using the walking groover to run these joints. It's like drawing in the mud, but if you slip, you're spending the next 20 minutes fixing it. While I'm playing artist in the middle, we're hitting the perimeter with the edger and the finishing trowel. We're smoothing out the sides and giving it that crisp, professional frame that makes the neighbors jealous. For the center, the no man's land where my arms aren't 6 feet long, we're bringing in the big Fresno. This thing is like a magic wand on a stick. We're gliding it across the surface to smooth out the middle and tuck those rocks back down. It's all about that creamy finish. We're smoothing, we're grooving, and we're making sure this slab is flatter than a pancake at a Sunday brunch. Let's get it. Alright, it's time to get up close and personal with this slab. First up, we're running the control joint right down the middle. This is the spine of the job. I'm basically telling the concrete exactly where it's allowed to crack so it doesn't have a midlife crisis and start splitting toward the neighbor's fence in 3 years. Once that line is straight as an arrow, it's time for the smoothing ceremony. I'm hitting the surface with the mag to bully any unleveled spots into submission. It's like a deep tissue massage for the concrete. Then I'm following it up with the finishing trowel to seal the deal and make it slicker than a butter floor. If I get any more zing on this finish, the homeowner might try to ice skate on it. We're killing the high spots, filling the lows, and making sure this easy money looks like a piece of art. Let's keep it sliding. Alright guys, the concrete has been sitting for an hour now, which means it's time for the final showdown. Welcome to Step 3, the Grand Prix of concrete finishing. We are breaking out the aluminum knee-board sliders. Now, you can only use these when the concrete is hard enough to support your weight. Otherwise, you aren't finishing a slab, you're just sinking like the Titanic. But once it's ready, oh baby, you slide around this slab like a pro hockey player. I feel like I should be wearing a helmet and a jersey out here. We are putting our shoulders into these finishing prowels to get this mud as smooth as a fresh sheet of glass. If we lean too hard, we dig a hole. If we don't lean hard enough, nothing happens. It's a delicate dance. We are focusing 100% on those middle corners where the control joints meet. We want those lines looking sharp, straight, and smooth with the hand groover. We are making this look so good that the homeowner is going to want to sleep out here tonight instead of inside his house. Let's get it shined up. Alright guys, the slab is smooth, but now it's time for the ultimate safety upgrade, the broom finish. We live in Utah. If I leave the slab smooth as glass, the first time it rains or snows, the homeowner is going to step out of his shed and do a triple axel backflip straight into the neighbor's yard. We are giving him some grip so nobody is slipping and falling on an icy day. Now, there is a real art to this. The golden rule of concrete brooming is you have to keep the broom wet and clean at all times. If you don't dip it in water and wash off the mud after every single pass, you aren't brooming, you're just plowing a field with a hairbrush. It leaves nasty clumps everywhere. We are pulling this broom in a perfectly straight line from one side to the other. If your hand shakes even a little bit, your straight line turns into a snake, and every contractor on YouTube is going to roast you in the comments. You gotta have ice in your veins for this part. Steady hands, clean broom, perfect grip. Let's pull it. Check it out. The easy money has officially landed. Look at those lines, straighter than a ruler and cleaner than a whistle. We crawled, we scuttled, we slid, and we conquered. All right, the easy money slab is curing and looking like a masterpiece. Now it's time to face the final boss, this overgrown jungle. We're clearing out all these dead plants, but I'm pretty sure some of these weeds have been here since the 80s. And let's talk about the real homeowners out here, the spiders. I just saw one the size of a dinner plate give me a keep out sign. I'm out here trying to be a professional concrete contractor, but these spiders are trying to recruit me into their web building business. Every time I pull a dead branch, I'm checking my sleeves to make sure I'm not bringing a 40-legged hitchhiker home. We're hauling all this brush off and digging deep to get the roots out. If it's green, dead, or has 8 eyes and a bad attitude, it's going in the trailer. Let's get this yard cleared out before these spiders start charging me rent. Let's get it done. The jungle is gone and the spiders have officially moved to the neighbor's house, so it's time to bring some life back to this dirt. We're installing a brand new sprinkler system, and it's basically a VIP water park for 20 lucky plants. I'm out here playing water god today. Each one of these green guys is getting its own personal hydration station. We're running the lines, clicking those PVC locks into place, and making sure every single root gets a drink without any of that messy glue. If you're a plant in this yard, you just won the lottery. I'm burying these lines so deep and so clean that the only thing you'll see is things actually staying green for once. No more Garden of Death on my watch. Only Zing certified growth from here on out. Let's get the water flowing. All right, it's time to turn this dirt into a sanctuary. We've got the green team ready to go. I'm placing these 20 plants first, spacing them out like they're waiting in line for a concert. Each one is getting a prime time spot with its own dedicated water line. No fighting in the dirt, boys. There's enough zing for everyone. Once the neighbors are settled, we're finishing with the heavyweight champion, the Oregon pine. We're planting this big guy right here in the corner. He's the anchor of the whole operation, the corner king. We're tucking them all in, hooking up the irrigation, and officially ending the reign of the spiders. Let's get these roots in the ground and make this yard look like $1,000,000. I'm digging this final hole, dropping him in, and making sure he's standing taller than my expectations for this easy money job. The green team is officially in the ground, but before we call it a day, we've got to make sure the spiders and their weed-growing cousins don't try to stage a comeback. We're laying down the weed barrier. This is basically a no trespassing sign for anything that isn't invited to the party. I'm pinning this down tighter than my gym schedule. If a weed even thinks about popping up through this, it's going to have a very bad day. It's like a bulletproof vest for the garden. Once the fabric is locked in, it's time for the mulch magic. I'm spreading this stuff out until the whole yard smells like a fresh forest. We're tucking in the 20 plants and the Oregon pine one last time. It's the final zing touch. It hides the irrigation lines, keeps the moisture in, and makes this easy money slab look like it's sitting in a 5-star resort. Let's get to spreading. Boom! Take a look at that transformation. We went from a plant graveyard that looked like a scene from a survival movie to a total backyard sanctuary. Look at this easy money slab. We laid down a broom finish so crisp and uniform, you'd think we used a giant's hairbrush to style it. Those traction lines are straighter than my diet on a Monday, and the edges are sharp enough to shave with. No slip, all grip. That is a 100% professional texture right there. If you want it done with heart and a heavy dose of hustle, this is how we do it, the JayZing way. Another one in the books.